We're back with new things about 3.2. They nerfed some stuff. We're going to talk about it and be salty. Ready? Few specific balance changes in 3.2. Content Update 3.2 and Bestiary Challenge League will be released at the end of the week. Some other words. The balance changes mentioned in this article are absolutely not a conclusive list. They're just a bunch of important ones. Xana doesn't have Breach. Good. Fuck that mod. No, I'm kidding. That's kind of annoying, but they added a bunch of div cards with Breach uniques on them and Breach stones and whatnot, so that should be fine. Still available from Sextant, still spawns naturally in maps. And the marathon to reach Xana 8 is now shorter because that takes way too long. That's bad. So yeah, we are slightly upset about this, but I don't really care because I never run Breach anyway. I just run Bloodlines for the map returns. Monster rarity damage modifiers. This one is a little complex, but the TLDR is that your mods like monsters deal reduced damage now actually work properly in a lot more cases, which means that they weren't working before. So when you got one shot, when you had a bunch of less multipliers on you, that's because they fucked up, but it's fixed now. In addition, monster damage is now scaled up more correctly by things like map mods, and monsters are slightly more dangerous now in situations where they were intended to be. So all of the insane ascendancy buffs are probably good because we're gonna die more now. Everything does more damage, and all of your actual reductions work properly. So if you build reductions properly, you should die less, but if you don't build reductions properly, you're fucking dead. Hooray! These are words, yes, alright. Oni-Goroshi is a whole lot harder to find. Good, because that sword is fucking broken for level 1. Needless to say, people with sushi can level up very quickly. At its 3.1 spawn rate, a popular strategy is to farm the Twilight Strand for 4 hours to get the sword, then have an easier time with the playthrough. That's stupid, and I hate it. Alright, we're happy with people doing this if they want, but it's going to take longer than 4 hours. We've both made it spawn a lot less often and added a high degree of variance to it. It can also spawn it spawned at lower levels than before, but it can swing up a lot higher than before. I don't know what that means. It's a very powerful item for leveling, so we both wanted to make it less common, and also for its spawning to be less predictable like other unique items. Oh, and have fun with the 3.0 Uber Hillock fight when you do find him. You're gonna die if you try to get this sword. Alright, Bisko's collar nerf. This is gonna cause a lot of salt. Not with me, because I don't even wear this item. The increased quantity of items from slaying normal enemies has been reduced from 50 to 100% down to 35 to 50%. That's pretty big. Pretty big nerf there. You got pretty big nerf bet. It's fine. Sure. So it's worse now. It's probably same rarity, but Bisko's is the terrible item and it shouldn't have ever been added to the game anyway, so it's great. What this means though is all current versions will be going legacy. You can divine them to 100% quant if you want. They will stay that way when the next patch hits, but all of the ones that drop in the next league will have this range of rolls. So if you have like a +1 curse 100% quant one, you're gonna have an ass load of money in your hands. Congratulations. Do not drop the ass. Alright, and now the last nerf. This is what's going to piss off the most people. I also don't care about this nerf because I don't use sextants. But there are now a limited number of sextants you can apply to your atlas. The base maximum is 1, but this limit is increased by completing bonus objectives and Xana's quests up to an absolute maximum of 5. So instead of having like 6,000 sextants blocking a map and you can only roll like 5 on it, or 15 on a map, whatever, you can only have 5 on your entire atlas. There are no more sextant blocking things. It's dead. Don't worry about it. It's dead. Completely gone. Hooray! If you apply one past 5, it'll remove the oldest one. Preventing the sextant spam and extreme sextant blocking that was prevalent in the last couple of leagues was one of the most requested change requests we have received this year. We also agreed with it, because the amount of abuse we were seeing was getting ridiculous. By stacking sextants correctly, rolling the right mods on the map, and applying the right Xana mod, some players were able to receive 30 times the item yield of the equivalent white map, and that was solo. So if you ran with a 6-player group, Octavian, you were probably getting like 100 times the item yield, which is balanced and fair. While a handful of players are going to be disappointed that they can't make insane wealth anymore, everyone else will be on a very much fair playing field this league. Full patch notes will be later this week. They will actually be coming out tomorrow, for me right now. Today's the 27th. Great. Alright, that's the nerfs. Fuck Bisko's, Sushi, and Sextants. Great. Awesome. Also, we're gonna die a lot. Hooray. Next thing. Challenge rewards. Let's watch this together. So loud. Also, it's in like 4 pixels. That Maka S. Did you see that? Rip BISCO'S. I agree. Alright, let's see. Ready, set, go. 12 challenge, helmet. This helmet looks like a pile of bones with some feathers on it. Amazing. That actually looks like shit. That looks like the... Oh god, what's the clown's name? The clown in the sewers. It looks like that thing. I don't like that. I don't like clowns. Also, it looks like paper and it's bouncing. Yeah, it's it. Wow, those look awful. Holy god. That looks so bad. Alright, let me explain this to you, what we're seeing here. So, what we have here are some chicken feet that are weirdly animated, right? And we have duct taped some paper thin feathers to them. Or what might be parchment paper cut out in the shape of feathers and dyed red. They are 1 pixel thick and they look like shit. But the portal looks good, so that's cool. I like the portal. That's the only one that I think is worth anything. Challenge pull, sure, whatever, great. And they don't even overlap that much. Amazing. This looks good. I like this. They don't overlap like halfway through the portal like some of the other ones. Alright, cool. I'm gonna do my 36 like I do every league, but this, yeah, sure, great. You look like an ass. Okay, next thing. We have to talk about Spectral Shield Throw, Tectonic Slam, and Summon Phantasm on Kill. I have not seen these yet, the new versions. Did they actually nerf Spectral Shield Throw yet, or not? Because it's fucking broken. Let me see the current version. Did they show the gem in this at all, or are they just showing mechanics? No, I need to see the gem. Shit. I think it was a nerf. Let's see. Base offhand crit is 5%. 0.1% crit chance per 10 ES on shield. So I think the maximum ES on a shield you can get right now is around 420. Blaze it, which would be 4.2, so you'd have a 9.2% base crit. Sharp projectiles deal less damage, that's the same. That's the base damage. That's quite a large amount. And then you get 2 to 3 added phase per 15. That's the same. Base offhand attack time is 0.6. Okay. They slowed it down a lot then, yeah. It was 1.2 before? Jesus. That's a lot slower than it was before. Okay. It's still going to scale ridiculously well, because if you have a... Whoa, why am I on the Atlas? If you have a shield, for example, like... Where is it? I don't remember where I put it. This thing. 2500 armor shield, which is pretty good. A reasonable amount of armor to have, right? You now have a 333 to 500 damage flat in addition to this, so it would be 450 to 700 damage per hit. And you attack every... what is that? You attack like just under twice a second, I think, if I'm reading this right. That seems like a lot of damage. A lot of damage. And you can still have a main hand stat stick. So if you're bored, if you want to have a minor 130% more damage in your main hand, since you're not hitting with your main hand, you're hitting with your shield, it'll be fine. You'll do a bajillion damage. You'll be Captain America. You won't be unkillable because everything's gonna kill you, but you'll be able to one-shot things, so that's fine. Tectonic Slam. This one's important. I might make my Juggernaut around this, or Chieftain around this. Slam the ground with your weapon, unleashing a fiery fissure in front of you. That sounds lewd. Dealing area damage and releasing a random number of smaller fissures branching off from it. If you have endurance charges, one will be consumed, maximizing the number of fissures. Requires a mace, sword, axe, staff, or unarmed. We have a new Facebreaker skill. Or Doriani's. That's really good. I like that. And it doesn't say one or two-handed either, so you can do either or. 60% of fizz to fire. Alright, yeah, this is going to be my build then. We're going Tectonic Slam, Juggernaut, I think. 160.4% base damage. That's a little bit less than Sunder. I think Heavy Strike's higher than that. 10% AoE, deals 18% more damage if an endurance charge was consumed. Okay. 160% effectiveness of added damage. Jesus. That's really good. This is really good. I'm playing this. This is my starter skill. God damn. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna go Avatar Fire, Tectonic Slam. I'm gonna convert 100% of my damage to fire. And I'm gonna have Endurance Generation by existing. And yeah, it's gonna be like Sunder meets Ground Slam meets Fire meets Potato Egg meme. Cool, great. Next thing, summon Phantasm on kill support. I think I already saw this one. 79% chance to summon a Phantasm when supported skills or non-Phantasm minions from supported skills deal a killing blow. Can have up to 10 Phantasms summoned at a time. Phantasms last 15 seconds. So it's a minion which uses a piercing projectile spell that deals physical damage. If this is a literal embodiment of a light poacher on a minion support, I'm gonna be really annoyed. If it's the same graphic, they give us this exact same graphic as a light poacher projectile, this is gonna piss me off. But yeah, these look great. Spectral Throw is OP. Tectonic Slam looks like it's going to be probably pretty good. I don't know how OP it's gonna be, but it looks like it's solid. Like solid Sunder type ability. As for Phantasm on kill, I don't want light poacher minions following me around, so I'm probably never gonna use this ever. But these are great and broken. Hooray! I hope you guys enjoyed this rant video update thing. I'll see you in Bestiary League. Yeet. Look at this buff. Look at this little buff right here. The Herald of Ash buffs. It works for spells now. So the Elementalist Herald of Ash was kind of weird. We were like, oh, that only works for Fizz spells? It works for all fire spells too now. That's really cool. I don't know if these more multipliers are... I'm assuming they're global, not just for Herald of Ash's burning damage. But that's... I mean... Now you can use all 3 Heralds on your Elementalist, and it makes Elementalist much less stupid, so that's great. I like it. But yeah, Flame Blast. Oh god, Flame Blast. That makes... Oh, maybe this is the Ignite Prolif we needed. We can Prolif the Herald of Ash burns. That's a good idea. I might be able to actually play Ignite Flame Blast again. I miss that build. Hell yeah, dude.